Today we're going to learn about answering questions, which builds off of what we learned about questioning the author. Our goal today will be to learn how to answer questions, referring explicitly to the text as the basis for the answers. To do this, we're going to learn how to read and reread a text to make sure we understand. We're also going to learn how to locate an answer in the text. Many students think that rereading a text in order to find answers to questions is cheating. This is not cheating. I'll say that again. It's not cheating. Effective readers will read a text multiple times in order to understand it well, especially when answering a specific question. Referring back to the text or referencing the text allows you to search for the answer instead of just hope you will remember it. It also is a research proven to help you get more questions correct. And obviously, it will help you understand the text better. So really, why wouldn't you try it? Let's try it together. Read along with me. The Rhinoceros by Oliver Herford. So this is the rhinoceros. I wonder why he looks so cross. Perhaps he is annoyed a bit because his clothing does not fit. They say he got it ready-made. It is not that, I am afraid. He looks so cross because I drew him with one horn instead of two. Well, since he cares so much for style, let's give him two and see him smile. Let's remember our strategy. First, we're going to reread the text questioning the author like we already learned how to do. Then we're going to use clues to know where to look. Then find answers in the text. And finally, look for the answer choice that best fits what we found in the text. Let's begin by questioning the author. We're going to start at the beginning, and anytime we come across something we don't understand, we're going to underline it and write a question to go with it. So this is the rhinoceros. I wonder why he looks so cross. Now hold on. I know the word cross, but usually it's meant to describe a shape, not a way that somebody can look. I really don't think the rhinoceros looks like a cross. So I'm going to have to ask the author what he means by this. What does cross mean? And I'm going to keep going, and I'll come back to this question later. Perhaps he is annoyed a bit because his clothing does not fit. They say he got it ready-made. Hold on, what does ready-made mean? I need to ask this of the author too. It is not that, I am afraid. He looks so cross because I drew him with one horn instead of two. Here's that word cross again. I'm going to underline it here because it's important to see both places where I found it. I'm going to draw an arrow back to the first question though, because that works here too. Now I'm going to keep going. Well, since he cares so much for style, let's give him two and see him smile. I obviously know what the word two means, but I find it a little weird that the author doesn't say two of what. So I'm going to write that question here. Let's give him two of what, because I need to know. Now that I have all of my questions written down, I'm ready to start figuring out the answers to some of these questions. Let's read that sentence with the word cross again. I wonder why he looks so cross. There aren't a whole lot of clues here to help me out, so I'm going to keep going and see if I find any clues. Perhaps he is annoyed a bit because his clothing does not fit. Oh, the way the author is using the word cross, it seems as though it means basically the same thing as annoyed. Like, perhaps the reason why he looks so cross is because his clothing does not fit. So I'm going to change this to annoyed. That's how I'm going to read it from now on. Let's double check to make sure this works in the other place. He looks so annoyed because I drew him with one horn instead of two. Yep, it works there. So I'm good to go. Now I'm going to look at the next thing I have underlined, the next question. They say he got it ready-made. What does ready-made mean? Well, I definitely know what made means and what ready means, but I don't get it here. They say that his clothing does not fit, and maybe that's because he got it ready-made. Maybe the word ready here means that it was made really quickly, because I know that ready can sometimes mean really quickly. Maybe if the clothes were made so fast that they aren't good clothes, so they don't fit him properly. So why don't I change this to made too quickly? So they say he got it made too quickly. That makes more sense. Now I'm going to take a look at this last sentence. Let's give him 2 and see him smile. My question was 2 of what? If I look at the beginning stanza, the first stanza in this poem, at the very end it says, he looked so annoyed because I drew him with 1 horn instead of 2. So the word 2 there means 2 horns. Let's see if that works here. Let's give him 2 horns and see him smile. That works great. Now that I've answered all my questions, I'm ready to read the text again, this time using the words that I wrote instead because those make more sense to me. Let's reread it. So this is the rhinoceros. I wonder why he looks so cross. Perhaps, you know what? I just messed up there. I should have used the word annoyed since that word makes more sense to me. Let's start over. So this is the rhinoceros. I wonder why he looks so annoyed. Perhaps he is annoyed a bit because his clothing does not fit. They say he got it made too quickly. It is not that, I am afraid. He looks so annoyed because I drew him with 1 horn instead of 2. Well, since he cares so much for style, let's give him 2 horns and see him smile. I definitely feel like I understand the text a lot better now. So now I'm ready to actually answer some of the questions that go with this text. Let's look at the first one. How does the rhinoceros look at the beginning of the poem? Whenever you see a question, you want to look for clues in the question that tell you where to look for the answer. If you look at this question again, you can see they tell you exactly where to look, at the beginning of the poem. So I want to look at the beginning of the poem to see how the rhinoceros looks. Ah, I see a part. It says right there in the text, he looks so cross. And I know cross means annoyed. So I know he looks so annoyed. Now I need to find an answer choice that fits with that. Calm doesn't mean the same thing as annoyed, so it's not answer choice A. Eager doesn't mean the same thing as annoyed, so it's not answer choice B. Scared doesn't mean the same thing as annoyed, so it's not answer choice C. Upset does mean something very similar to annoyed, so I'm going to go with answer choice D. Great, now that I've done all of the strategies for the first question, let's look at the second question. What would change the rhinoceros's feelings? Does this question have a clue that tells me where to look? Unfortunately, it doesn't. So I have to figure this out on my own. But I remember where it talks about why the rhinoceros feels so annoyed. It says down at the bottom, he looks so annoyed because I drew him with 1 horn instead of 2. And then again in the last stanza it says, let's give him 2 horns and see him smile. So that really helps me out. I know that if I drew him with 2 horns, that would change his feelings from annoyed to something happy because now he's smiling. So now I want to look for the answer choice that goes along with that. This shows me drawing him with 2 horns. And obviously answer choice C is the best one there. Drawing him with 2 horns does change the rhinoceros's feelings. Great job! I know you're going to be able to do this on your own. Go ahead and give it a try. Good luck!